Call things to order.
Pray with me, please. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this new year. We look forward to a lot of success and prosper in this coming year. We still have a lot of issues on the agenda, things to deal with each month, each week, our employees each day. I pray that you'll be with us and let all that we do enjoy the year to come. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That you have in minutes for the regular closed meetings on December 15th. Motion approved.
With Nick.
Second, any comments, corrections? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Randy. Okay. Back when I was on the Missouri Municipal League Board, we wanted to come up with a way to honor city officials who have dedicated themselves to not only their own city, but to the state, and with by participation in municipal league programs and meetings, and in the service to their own community. So I'm proud to present Randy Carter with the Certified Municipal Official plaque, certifying you as a municipal official. So now there's two of us in town, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Terry. This is an honor coming from Terry. I did this for the city, you all as representatives of elected officials. I would highly encourage all of you to attend. It's training to learn how to run the city, have better knowledge of the laws in the state, and how we use those here in the city. Terry knows because he gets too many questions from me. I certainly don't know them all, but it certainly gives us a better perspective of what we're supposed to be doing here to represent the people of the city. Thank you. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Public safety?
I don't have anything at this time.
We'd like to schedule a meeting for a week from today. So anybody that's interested in attending that meeting, our main idea on that is to try to get our schedule lined up to,
Street won't be ready.
well, we still need to start prepping for that a little bit. So have our regular meeting and then start looking at the future, what we want to get this done. Yes, sir. 5:30.
5:30.
Tuesday? Yes, sir.
Comments?
Oh, finance, well, we got our audit report back, and we're still going over it a little bit. Still got a couple questions to be answered, but by and large, if you look at the summary statement on the last 2 pages there, the auditors basically say they don't find anything that, I'll just read that one time. They go through all the, methods of auditing standards generally accepted by the United States of America, blah, 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 and then their closing line, they say, given these limitations during our audit, we did not identify any deficiencies in internal control that we consider to be material weakness. It does say there may be something there, but they have not identified it. So, in essence, it's an acceptable report, but I think Mr. Jackson had some questions he wanted answered, so we won't ask for an approval until we get that.
Kenny.
Or Kenny Wilson, I said Jackson Wilson, excuse me. I'll be all right.
Does that need to be answered before it's approved?
It was just more or less curiosity on my part.
You know, I saw that in there too, but I didn't,
I don't mind if it's approved, maybe we can just get it back on. It's up to you.
Okay, I move we approve the audit report subject to answering the question concerning the dollar amount in that one figure. Right?
I'll second it.
Is there a second? Any discussion about the audit? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's approved, and we'll get you some motion. We'll get you some motion.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
I can hear now.
Since I talked to you guys last in December, we had a really big December with Christmas parade and things like that, so my report for right now is pretty short. There's two things I want to talk to you about. The first is the Biggest Loser Community Challenge. The channel NBC and the TV show Biggest Loser called my office and proposed that we participate in this community challenge, and the Chamber Board decided to participate. This is an 8-week health and wellness fitness challenge in the community. They're doing it in different communities all across the USA, and Kennett will be one of the participants. There are 10,000 prizes up for grabs provided by NBC, including Fitbit watches, signed books by the show's dietitians and trainers. Prizes include trips to the show's finale and trips to the vacation resort that the Biggest Loser has. So there's lots of different things that people from Kennett can benefit from. There is a registration fee to participate. It's $100 per team of 4. And to register, people go to the Biggest Loser or biggestlosercommunity.com and type in Kennett to be put into the Kennett pool. You don't want to put in Philadelphia and be put in Pennsylvania. So you can track your progress privately on your mobile device. There's apps for Android and Apple users, or you can do it all online. So it's just going to be a fun competition within our community. The Biggest Loser could possibly pop into town. We might be featured on the TV show, we might not, because they're doing it in different communities across the country. It'll just depend on each individual team's personal results. So we want to let everyone know that that's an option that they have to fulfill their New Year's resolutions to live healthier. The next thing I have is, for several months, you know, we've been working on the Visit Kennett website. The web designer is finished. Now all we need is content from the local businesses. We've included in this everything that a tourist would do while they're spending a weekend in Kennett. So they'll need lodging, a place to eat, a place to shop, a place to entertain themselves, and possibly a place to worship. So I'm asking for help from the local churches, restaurants, lodging facilities, and stores to give me information to promote you. I've got the ability to put on a YouTube video if you already have a commercial that's already produced, your company logos, menus, just personal business descriptions. So anything that your business has that you would like to have featured, I've got the ability to put it on. So if anyone can email those to me at info@kennettmo.com, I'd be glad to get those ready, and we want to get this out as soon as possible. Do I have any questions for me? All right, that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you. Human resource.
Well, is this the final copy of the handbook? Is this the only other page that needs to be added? It's the only one that's seen my staff.
Well, there was a couple of pages to replace
Okay.
and one to add. Like the table of contents was to be replaced. And I had a sticker on it that said like replace and then add.
So with all these additions and replacements, I mean, it's been going on a year now that we've been trying to get this taken care of. I think we just need to get this passed, and then if there's, I know, was it Randy that had something that needs to be added or changed?
No, David's got something for the shift
Lots of things.
workers.
Is there any way we can just get this passed and then we can always make an addendum or add or take away something? The way we can get this moving.
There's 66 items on this list. I have issues with 33 of them. Here's the thing, I briefly talked to a couple of department heads, and I'm not sure right now is a good time to pass this. There's already some conflicts in this handbook, and we're not the ones that's gonna have to deal with this handbook once it's passed. It's these guys. And I'd rather get to go ahead from them before we approve it, because on a day-to-day basis, they're the ones that have to deal with it.
So why is it taking a year to get, this resolved? I guess is my question.
I think there's a lot of information here over the last 2 or 3 weeks that's been thrown on them and had to process and try to put in place. And it's kind of overwhelming for them to expect them to approve it. I think it's a good idea that we are updating it, but I think we don't need to rush into it either.
Could we have a human resource meeting and those people that have input, if you wanna come?
I mean, it just seems
And us-
like every time we talk about this, somebody will come back with, one thing that needs to be changed or fixed, and then 2 weeks later, we're in another meeting, and there's one more thing that needs to be changed or fixed. And it's been drug out for a year now.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem having another meeting and with the department heads or whoever and whatever, but I think this seems kind of ridiculous to me.
it's gonna be the most important document we have for our city.
Yes, sir, I understand that
All right,
100%.
and so to spend another week or another month, is a minor investment after all this time. And the other one, the last one I had on to work with was 2002 or something like that. And so, that's 13 years. So another month or 2 months or even 6 months may not hurt if that's what it takes to get it right.
I guess what I'm getting at is, it just, whenever we see a problem, we need to address it instead of just finding one problem and waiting 2 weeks and addressing that problem, then at the next meeting, bringing up one more problem.
Apparently, that man over there has done a substantial study if he's got 33 issues.
Some of them are minor, some of them are pretty significant.
So at the last meeting, or the meeting before that, or the meeting before that, did you have all these issues then, and it was brought to our attention?
Yeah, I went through the whole thing the last time I was given the packet. I gave it to Mr. Shaver at his request, because we did not discuss anything at the last meeting. So he was aware of my
So,
issues
Mr.
at
Shaver,
that point.
what did you
And I
do
don't
with
know
those?
how they were addressed.
I compared the two that I was given, I compared to the current handbook, and I mean, in my opinion, the current handbook is usable. I mean, that's just my opinion. So, I mean, I've wrote policy before, I write policy for work, and I mean, in my opinion, it's good to go. If there's concerns, I mean, we're not gonna get anywhere unless we get together and we talk and sit down and actually go through it, or we'll still be here a year from now doing this, so.
Because I didn't know about your 33 issues. Unfortunately, I wasn't here at the last meeting, but whenever you passed it on to him, I didn't know anything about it, so.
So, I mean,
So do we need to have a meeting with all the department heads and get all this squashed and taken care of, one time, or?
I agree with Mr. Wheeler, this is a pretty important document.
Right, I get it.
And right now, it's quite heavy. So we need to get right.
Well, the department heads had been meeting the Monday before the council meetings, and we have gone through it policy by policy with the changes that needed to be changed, and those changes were made, except there is one that didn't get made or got left out or something.
Was there a policy meeting yesterday?
No, I was sick, and so we did not have one.
Could they meet with the Human Resources Department, council?
Yeah, I think that's what.
well, I
Mr.
mean,
Shaver-
anybody that's involved in it, I mean, Diane, the department heads, anybody on the council, I mean, I'd like, if you have a concern about the handbook, you need to be there, and let's get this done. I mean, that's the
So
way,
now the next thing's gonna be the meeting when everybody
yeah.
can attend.
Well, if you want it done, we need to try to get together and get it done.
You know, we can still meet during the day, but then,
I mean,
maybe
I'll make
Kent
time
can
during
join
the
with
day
us.
if that's what needs to happen. I wanna get it done.
I mean, it just seems like we're trying to fix one problem at a time. You know, if he has 33 issues, we need to address all those at one time instead of one at a time or one every 2 weeks. That's just me. So,
Do you need to check your schedule to see when you would be available?
I'm available next Monday, if that's when y'all's regular meeting is. I don't know if Kent's available or not during the day. Yeah,
I can be
Was that
available
the
that
11th?
anytime.
okay.
I can make myself available.
I mean, that's kinda where I am.
So
I'll-
Monday, the 11th,
What time y'all usually meet?
what's good? Well, we've done mornings and we've done afternoons. 10 o'clock?
It's fine.
Okay,
In here?
that'd be great. Yeah, if we're gonna have several people, we do need to be in here.
Okay, I guess I'm good with that.
I think it's good, there's excellent points being made, this is a very important document. There's been a lot of work been put forth on it so far, but in reality, until this is rolled out, some of the issues probably aren't gonna come out. When you start using it, that's when you're gonna come up with some discrepancies or things that need to be addressed. And the ladies are putting together a loose leaf book, so if you have an issue, you can go in and change the one page, you don't have to change the whole manual. So,
That's every policy manual that's ever been written. You know, they're all gonna be amended and added to and taken from, it's just the way it is. You don't think about things, things don't come up, and
you start
there's some
applying
odd things that go on, so.
That's right, but,
I think getting it approved and then amending it, I don't see what the problem with that is. But anyway, I agree that it is an important document, and we've needed it a long time. We need to do a better job of keeping up with it once we get it
Right.
approved. And
'Cause-
it won't be this difficult.
Well, and to add to what you're saying, the minute you put this in the hands of 30 employees, you're gonna get another list of issues. So we might as well be prepared for that. So 30 more eyes and possibly 30 more problems, so.
very good, thanks for the hard work. Okay.
That's all I got on human resources.
Department reports, street department.
Start off real quick with your printed report from me. There wasn't much accomplished in the last couple of weeks at the street department. If you look on the very top up there, 43 vacation days used since the last council report. So we burned 2 days of vacation. The second page, Randy, before you get off that, is that a good way to do that? I mean, does it, because it is a kind of slack time and the weather's usually bad, is that a good way? my employees have done an excellent job over the years of trying to support the city and giving up vacation times for their family and their children so they can work during the construction season. And yes, usually at Christmas time, Thanksgiving and Christmas time, they try to use a lot of it. We ended up having to shut down this year because of the forced lose it. And, you know, we physically had one person working several days, and that was at the compost, and nobody at the street department. But you know, that made it a little bit difficult to answer a couple of calls without paying overtime, you know, and stuff like that. But
We have guys that have been there a long time and they've accumulated it.
I've got 5 people that have 4 weeks of vacation. And that's
So
half
what,
my staff.
I guess what I'm asking is, will it be different next year, or will we be back in the same situation?
Probably the same thing.
I don't foresee it different.
As long as it works for you guys, it works for me.
We're just so heavy loaded in that summertime and the times that we can do it, but
I know there are times you can work, times you can't, so.
Had approximately 3,100 loads of leaves and limbs brought into the compost this year. That's down from a couple of years ago, but we really anticipated the drop off. Even though after the ice storm for a couple of years, we still had a lot of dead limbs falling out of the trees and stuff like that. So, you know, we knew for a couple of years that we would continue to get, the volume of limbs would be up. This year with the late leaf drop, you know, most of the time we get more limbs than we do loads of leaves in the same time period. This time, the last 2 weeks, we've got almost double the leaves than we have the limbs. So, you know, the leaf drops late, we're still gonna get a lot in January. So, so our overall, we dropped from around 5,000 down to 3,000, but that gets us back to about normal pre-ice level. And then, you note that the hiking and biking trail is finished. We've got all the delineators up, and all the signs are up on that.
Some of them still being ignored, drive across the biking trail, they're going out the other direction over here. on Whitney.
Yes, sir. Continues to be a
I don't know what the
daily
solution
problem.
is.
Yeah,
They don't mind driving across it, apparently.
it continues to be a daily problem.
I think the, hiking back trail looks great. Are those delineators flexible?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't get out, I had that car behind me, I was gonna get out and check on them.
They're plastic.
Do we have replacements?
We only ended up with one, but yes, I've ordered some more.
Okay.
We'll have some more
Just figured
bases.
that'd be a
Uh,
maintenance item.
It's hard to find the standard of exactly how far they're supposed to be apart and stuff like that, so we took a guess and we ended up putting out 49 instead of 50, but I ordered some more to have inventory.
Yeah, looks great, I just hope we can keep it in shape.
I'd like to brag on the council and John and the trimming crew for allowing those people, the mowing crew, to continue on with the trimming. I started to try to add up how many loads they brought out there, but they're probably averaging 1.5 or maybe even 2 loads a day on a 16-foot trailer of limbs, with most of them being some probably around the size of your thumb, you know, bringing them out there. So they are making a significant difference in our city, on our streets and our alleys both. I know at times if you all drive up and down, you may not notice, you may not realize really where they've been, but kind of pay attention in your area and see, you know, when they do come through, you know, the difference that they're making. So I appreciate that. But, you know, they've been working at that, what now, John? 6 or 7 weeks or something like that, you know, and that's 2 people pretty well every day, you know, for 29 hours a week, and the street department just doesn't have time to do that work, so we greatly appreciate that. Both our new trucks are here, the new pickup's here. It's not in service, but we still got a lot of work to do on both of them, getting them ready and stuff like that, but thank you for those. Both the snow plows are here. They were put on and brought home, we haven't put them back on and played with them or done anything with them. We hope that's all we get to do with them, is put them on and play with them a little bit. Hope we don't get to use them. We've got some small changes that we're going to implement this year at the compost on the way we receive materials. And they're small, but excuse me, it's necessary. This last burning we did down there of the brush pile lingered on way too long because of some of the stuff that we had in the burn pile. You know, we haven't gotten a complaint on it, but we probably should have for how long it's burning down there. So we need to implement some changes on that. So we'll make some small changes. The new building's up. We're planning on probably starting Thursday, doing a lot of the work on the inside with the street department employees. With the amount of money we got, we're going to have to do most of the finished work inside ourselves in-house to do that. The other thing I had was committee meeting, and Mr. Palmer's already addressed that. So, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a report here, in the packet, cleaning out ditches. So much good information to have. We've still got to get back with District number 2, and meet with them again and analyze that and see if we can start cleaning the ditches out. So that's on the agenda. Mr. Day, you want to talk about the merchant's license?
They've gone out. They just went out.
I'm sure we'll be hearing in the
Yes.
next week or so.
Yes.
Okay, new business, you have, also have in your packet the City Light Gas and Water.
Wait a minute, sir.
Excuse me.
I didn't have, you had an open spot there on old business on D, the dog pound.
These
Usually I put that on there, don't I?
It's been on there every time for the last year.
Sorry.
Last week, myself and two guys from the community center out there spent 2 days putting down light poles around the base of the fence so the dogs can't dig out, and put siding and roof on the new cages to provide some wind abatement and rain abatement over the new cages that we purchased a year ago, I guess. Been a year getting it done, but anyway. Now, in the future, you can leave the dog pound off in there unless somebody else is going to address it.
I was just a week early, sorry.
It is done.
That all you want to say about the dog pound?
Yes, sir.
Kind of like the trails
City
behind
part
us now.
about the dog pound, some of y'all probably know, maybe you didn't pick up on it, but, we had an incident, got on Facebook, and, it went all over the country. I had a call from a lady out of Chicago regarding it. I think Kenny Wilson had a call from.
I'm sure it came to my dad, didn't get to me.
Well, he got to you. Okay.
It would be better if they had the wrong person on the line.
It's unfortunate, some of the things that get put on there, sometimes maybe they're good to expose things that should be exposed, but, this lady came on like gangbusters, and she wanted to know if that dog was dead. I said, no ma'am, the dog survived. It's been handled by our animal control officer. The animal had been abused, and proper corrective action has been taken. She calmed down to the point, she wasn't screaming in my ear at that point anyway. But this is just a prime example of, I guess, today's media and what can happen. And the information that went out was erroneous, but that doesn't matter. Kennett, Missouri got full credit for it, good or bad. These things do happen. And I think as a result of that, there was about 8 or 9 animals picked up this week over that area. And that's great. They will now be treated properly and taken care of. The problem we got is to add to our problem because we're full of animals. We're full up. And the ladies are going to transport out this Saturday, so we'll get rid of a bunch of them. And I don't have Tina's last report, but I do know in 2015, we transported, saved about $750, and it may be higher than that.
It's 772, I think.
772, I haven't seen the last number. And you think about it, that's almost astounding. And to keep that in perspective, and it varies depending on the animal, but if you take these to a vet and have put down, depending on the size of the animal, et cetera, the cost varies. But if you take an average cost of putting those dogs down, you very easily could be $200, makes the math pretty easy. So just multiply 200 times 750. And you see what this rescuing out has saved the city of Kennett. It's amazing. And that 772 is on the heels of, I don't remember the number, 2014, but it was up in that area too. So a lot of good work. It's a very emotional issue. And hopefully we can come out on the good side of it. I understand, this hasn't all happened yet. I understand there's been contact from a TV show out of New Orleans that's wanting to put all the good work on TV. So watch that with interest and see what comes out of it. Hopefully something very positive and good publicity for the city. Okay, go ahead with business. City Light Gas and Water payrolls in your packet. Motion to approve. Second.
Second.
Motion second. Just have to fact, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The zoning request. Any request, for property located at 1215 Independence. Currently zoned B2 general business.